Hello, Facebook fans and YouTube fans of DX Engineering. It's Tuesday afternoon here in the Eastern Time Zone of the USA. It's 18:15 Zulu, and it's November 9th, 2021. This is Tuesdays with Tim and Jeff. And Jeff is continuing to bring the store back to life and getting the showroom all polished up, checking out all the radio equipment. So he won't be on with us today. But the good news is you can go back to the showroom. And you can see all the radios, and we have things are getting hooked up as we speak. So that is a good thing. And we've been very busy here at DX Engineering. But part of what we do is to try and make sure that we stay in tune with some of the events that are going on in the amateur radio community. And so I'm going to share my screen, and I'm going to talk about an event that is coming up this weekend, and it is the Radio Club of America's celebration of the 100-year anniversary of the Transatlantic test. And this is at the RCA website, which is radioclubofamerica.org. And then if you look under events, it comes right up here, Transatlantic Test Centennial. And so this is a historic event that is coming up on December 11th, but the celebration actually starts this weekend. And in 1921, there were members of the American Radio Relay League and the Radio Club of America. They successfully spanned the Atlantic Ocean with Morse code signals. And they were heard in Scotland and in Amsterdam, Holland and England and Germany, and in other places as well. And so I encourage you to read a little bit about this history, because there are several events that are going to commemorate this 100-year anniversary of the transatlantic test. And this is the replica transmitter, and this will be on the air. This is not the identical, not the transmitter they used, but it is a replica. It is articulate and accurate in every detail, but this transmitter will be on the air. The Antique Wireless Association has brought it back to life, and they think they can run several hundred watts with this, and they've got a station set up that will be in Connecticut, and there will be listening stations in Scotland, and the idea is to replicate the broadcast. And so this will happen on December 11th, and we'll talk more about that when we get closer to that event. But what I want to pass on to you today is starting at 12 Zulu on November 13th and going to 0400 Zulu on November 14th. So that's 16 hours total, is the Transatlantic QSO party hosted by the Radio Club of America. And it's a very simple exchange, and you can work RCA members. So the RCA members will be sending signal report and RCA, and then non-RCA members will exchange signal report and their state or province. If you're outside of the USA, you exchange your CQ zone. And so very, very simple, 160 through 10 meters. And we do encourage shortwave listeners as well. And you don't have to send your logs in. You just report your score to 3830scores.com no later than 5 days after the end of the contest. And W2RCA, which is the Radio Club of America's call, will be on the air. And the W2RCA is worth 10 bonus points per band and mode. And N1MM is supporting this contest. So if you have the N1MM logging software, you should be able to get the overlay for the RCA Transatlantic QSO party. And so that's going to be a lot of fun. And if you haven't seen this website, this is WA7BNM's website, and it's contestcalendar.com. And this is really nice because you can see all of the operating events that are going on throughout the week and also throughout the year. And you can just click on you know, like if we click on the RCA Transatlantic QSO party, here are the basic rules and also the website. So this is really handy, and I just wanted to show that to you as well, because if you haven't gone to contestcalendar.com, I urge you to take a look at that. So those are some ideas on something to do this weekend that's really fun. And let's see who we have on. Let's see here. We've got Tom, Alpha 92 Golf Whiskey is on. And from Scotland, it's Ray, Golf Mike Zero Victor Radio Papa. And from England, Mike Zero Hotel Kilo Bravo. And also from Denmark, Oscar Zulu 1 Delta Whiskey X-Ray. Out in Australia, we've got Victor Kilo 4 Fox Alpha Bravo Quebec from Oz, and also Kilo Lima 0 Sierra and Kilo Lima 0 Sierra. And let's see, we got Kilo Bravo 5 Uniform Kilo Tango, Kilo Papa 4 Juliet Radio Sierra. And this is a good time too. If you have any questions about anything, we can take some Q&A chat, and we can do some of those things. Maybe you have a question about power supply or about an antenna. India Sugar Zero November Hotel Tango. And Jerry says, this is Kilo Golf 8 Radio Yankee. I love CW, and I have enjoyed getting to know fellow amateurs all around the world while using it. And Dan is on from Kentucky, Whiskey Alpha 4 Mike Oscar Mike. Hello, Tim. Good afternoon. Cleaning up my mower and putting it away for the winter. That sounds great, Dan. And Kilo Papa 4 Queen Victor Queen is on as well. And India Zulu 0 Victor X-Ray Yankee. Max is on from Italy, and Kilo Papa 4 Radio Yankee. And Oscar Zulu 1 India November Golf. Of course, looking forward to the CQ Worldwide CW contest at the end of November. And we are live today for Q&A, so put your questions into the chat, and we will definitely try to get to all of them here today. And Mark, November 4 Bravo Charlie Delta contest calendar is bookmarked here along with the N1MM overlays. So hope to hear you on the air this weekend, Mark. And Red Summit RF, he says, I love contesting. And the tall guy is on, Kilo 3 Sierra Tango Lima, and Kilo Bravo 4 Oscar Victor Papa. And let's see, we got Alpha Echo 7 Papa Juliet, November 2 Tango X-Ray, Kilo Papa 4 Zulu. Lots of activity on from Puerto Rico. And Victor Oscar 1 Charlie Hotel in Newfoundland. And Whiskey Alpha 3 Mike Charlie Kilo from Wilkes-Barre. And Whiskey 8 Tango Whiskey Oscar. And it's Tom, W3 Zulu X-Ray, who is, I believe, Portable 8. And Michael says, what ballon do I use for a full-size 80-meter loop? Well, what I would do is I would model that to see what the feed point impedance is, Michael. That's the best way to know what transformer you're going to need to get the SWR down, because I'm assuming you want to feed it with coax, although it would be an easy feed with ladder line. And then you just have a ladder line tuner, and it doesn't matter. You won't need a ballon in that case. But what I would do is I would model it, or I would measure it with an antenna analyzer like the Rig Expert, and measure it, and that way you'll know for sure. But you can't just say, you know, a 1-to-1 or 4-to-1 or a 9-to-1. You need to have some idea what that feed point impedance is. And WD8NVN says, I think I'm going to the Fort Wayne Hamfest this weekend. And Tim says, hi, Tim, any news on new Kenwood HF transceiver? We keep hear it's coming. No, Tim, you know, all of the manufacturers are very tight-lipped about any products that are going to be introduced. And so we don't have any information on that. I'm really sorry. India Tango 9 Bravo Delta Mike, and Kilo India 6 Delta Bravo November, and our friend Mike KE3JP, and Mike KB5UKT says he wants to feed it with coax. Well, you definitely need to learn about the feed point impedance, and it's best to measure it. You can model it and get pretty close, but yeah, if you want to feed it with coax, Michael, you're going to need to know what that feed point impedance is, and then to match it to your 50 ohm coax. Dan says, I've noticed the IC7300 has been in stock for several days now. Are there shipments from ICOM coming in on a more regular basis? Dan, there's nothing regular about shipments right now. The supply chain is still very stressed. We're doing the best we can. ICOM and the other manufacturers are doing the best they can, but it is not more consistent. It is still definitely sporadic, but things look to be improving. But we're a long way from getting the supply chain fixed. Let's see, Red Summit RF says this weekend will be great for DX because November is the month for the European DX contest. That's right. And that is on the contest calendar. Dino says, question beginners may find interesting how to ride the RF and audio controls to bring weak signals up out of the noise. Well, especially on 160 meters, your receiver has much more gain, unless you're using a low gain receive antenna. It has much more gain than you can use, especially with the SDRs. You have to be really careful where that RF gain control is and turn it down. We do have the tower crew here today, so we're going to, I think they're coming in to do some rotor tests here. Brian says, this is Whiskey 7 Juliet Echo Tango. He says, contesting is a blast from Superstition Amateur Radio Club. Won the Arizona QSO Party Unlimited multi high power operating from the W7JET station with the club call Whiskey Bravo 7 Tango Juliet Delta. Well, that's great to hear, Brian. And Carlos is on with us, Tango India 2 Charlie Charlie. And let's see, Rich says, what is the very best jumper cable to use when hooking up a peak watt meter to a tuner and a transmitter? A good jumper cable would be the DX Engineering RG400. That's double shielded, or you could also go with the DX Engineering RG213. And we have pre-made cables with the connectors already on them, so that would make it very easy for you, Rich. And let's see, we got a Kilo 6 India Papa Radio is on from Fremont, California. Hello in 73. And also Oscar Zulu 1 India November Golf. Diversity receiving is a very interesting aspect. And that would be diversity receiving is when you have two receivers that each receiver is hooked to a different receive antenna system. And so what happens a lot of the time is, and we do that here at K3LR, is that when one is in a fade, the other's in a peak. And so that can be very, very effective. And Kilo Oscar 4 Alpha Fox Lima is on. And let's see, we've got Germany 1 Sierra Delta Kilo, and also Kilo Charlie 8 Radio Victor Delta. And for DX, any suggestions for vertical less than 25 feet for an HOA? Well, the butternut vertical is just a little over 25 feet, not much, and it is a very good vertical at all bands. The HF9 can operate on 9 bands. And Kevin is on, Zulu Lima 1 Mike Hotel Sierra from New Zealand. And good morning from very sunny, it's a Wednesday morning over there. Great questions. And Kilo 8 Delta Victor, that's our friend Dave. Great show as always. Dave is one of the DX Engineering sales and technical team. So if you call in, you might get to talk to Dave. And Jeff, Kilo 8 November Delta, the PJ2T station is back in Curacao. 10 meters was 3,200 contacts in 96 countries in the CQ Worldwide SSB contest. Congratulations, Jeff. It's great to have PJ2T back on the bands. India United 7 Echo Kilo Bravo is on. And Paul says he received his 9700 from DX Engineering this week. He's hoping to work some 2 meter and 70 centimeter SSB. And from Detroit, it's Whiskey 8, Victor India Papa. From Bulgaria, Lima Zulu 1, Radio Fox Tango. So great questions. I hope if you didn't get your question answered today, just send us an email, dxengineering@dxengineering.com. And on Thursday, we'll have a special manufacturer showcase. So I hope to see you then. 73 from DX Engineering.